Alrighty guys, EDC Nerd here, and today I've got a review for y'all of the Benchmade saibu. So this knife's going to be coming in the standard Benchmade box and packaging as all the blue class do. You're going to be getting this, it says saibu there. It is the 486. It's going to be featuring the access lock like most Benchmades, and then you've also got the cool little carrying pouch that all Benchmades come with. So that's pretty standard with the blue class. Alright. So let's get into some size comparisons on this little guy. So you're going to be looking at right here is the Benchmade full-size bug out, and then underneath it I'm going to put the Benchmade mini bug out. If you take a close look, the mini bug out and the saibu are pretty much the same length and almost the same dimensions overall. But the saibu is quite a bit thicker. If you take a look at this, it is a good amount thicker. But it's not really that thick of a knife. The bug out's just a really thin knife. Alright. Now for the last size comparisons, just for giggles and laughs, we're going to do the Factor DLX by Winter Blade Co. Throw that in there. Pretty similar in size. Definitely not in all dimensions because this one is quite a bit taller this way. Alright. Now let's look at some specs on this bad boy. On the overall length, you're looking at 6.79 inches from tip to heel of the entire blade, or the entire knife, excuse me. On the blade length, you're looking at 2.9 inches. And then you've got this little sharpening choil right here, so that's going to take off a little bit, so your cutting edge is 2.75 inches. Your blade thickness on the back side here, it's got a little bit thicker stock for its size, and the blade thickness is 0.11, 0.11. The handle length right here is going to be 3.81 inches, and I have large size hands. I get, you know, maybe a 3.5 finger grip on this bad boy, almost a 4-finger grip if you really squeeze them down in there. And then if you're looking for the handle width, it's going to be 1 inch this way. So, all right. So let's start at the blade and see what we're working with here. So on the blade, you're going to be getting 20 CV. And then this is a Nakamura design. So that's really cool. If you guys have ever checked out the Benchmade Nakamura and like that guy, this is the same designer here. Let's move up to these thumb studs. On the thumb studs, you're going to be getting Cocobolo inlays, which you also see right here on the handles on both sides. Right there in the G10. So that's a really nice touch there. Like I said, the blade thickness is 0.11. It's a little bit thicker than normal. And then you're going to be getting a full flat grind right here on the blade. So that will remove away enough material so that it's still slicey, but still has a really strong tip for piercing capabilities. And also, I guess you don't want to pry with a $230 knife, but if you were to, it could do a little bit of prying, I'd say. The lockup on this bad boy is completely solid, no side to side, no up and down, and the action is flawless. Very smooth, very fall shutty, and very nice, very glassy feeling. Now moving on to the handle here, like I said, you're going to be getting G10, and then if you look really closely, you see a lot of milling right here. That's a see-through milling. That's really nice. Lightens up the knife a little bit and gives it a cool flair, cool touch, nice aesthetics. And then right here around these holes, you're going to be seeing Cocobolo inlays, which are the ones that match the inlays on the thumb studs. So that's really nice. Also, they went with the like a polished satin hardware on the front, and then they kept that pretty clean, and then put the Torx for adjustments and disassembly on the back side. So the whole front side of the knife looks really nice. I think it's very aesthetically pleasing. Right here you get the Benchmade butterfly, and then right here on the back side you get the maker's mark right underneath the blade steel, which is the Nakamura. He's the designer. So moving on to the back side of the knife here, you're going to be getting a mini deep carry clip, which is common on your bug out series, which is one of my favorite pocket clips by Benchmade. Absolutely, actually, it is my favorite pocket clip by Benchmade, and I actually have a couple extra ones that I ordered from Benchmade just because I like them so much. So it's going to carry really nice in the pocket. And if you look really close, you're getting a deep carry. Obviously, it's a deep carry clip, but I mean, no knife is above the little lip there, so that's going to be tucked away real nice in your pocket. And on the back side of the knife here, We got a really nice back spacer. It is a polished satin, and then it kind of reminds me of a of like bamboo, almost like the texturing there, like the ridges in it, which is kind of cool because you know, Nakamura, you know, I think it's Japanese, and it's really cool. Bamboo kind of reminds me of Japanese, not to mention the Coca-Cola wood inlays, and bamboo's wood, so I think it was really cool keeping the theme there. If you look underneath the scales, you're going to see some stainless steel liners, and they are milled, obviously, because you can see through the knife, but it's not going to be bad for weight. It's not bad in weight, pretty light. I would say this is a gentleman's carry. I wouldn't call this a hard use knife by any means, just because, you know, I don't know if you'd consider a lot of Benchmade's hard use, but I would say this is a really nice gentleman's carry, especially because of the size and the pocketability of it. Now, some things I don't like about this knife that kind of bug me just a slight bit is that this clip, even though it is my favorite clip on this design, it does leave a little bit of a hot spot in your palm when you grip down on this bad boy. You know, that might be different for some of y'all. I do have extra large size hands, so that does dig in just a slight bit. That's something to keep in mind. But also, this knife, I imagine you could take off the pocket clip and carry it in a slip, which I think would look really cool. So there's that. Another thing is the thickness of the blade is a little bit thicker than I would like to see on a knife like this, just because with this being the type of knife it is, I wouldn't say it's a hard use knife, like I said. So I would want a little bit thinner blade stock just for more slicing capabilities. But there's that. But I guess it's good because you do get a strong tip. So there's a plus and minus to both sides of that. Right here on the back side, you're going to be seeing a lanyard hole. Those of you out there that like to carry a lanyard, you get a nice little lanyard hole here. I don't know if you could fit 550 paracord through there, but you can fit some sort of something through there if you like to carry a lanyard, especially since this is deep carry. It might be a little bit easier to pull out of your pocket. But overall, this is a very nice knife. The tolerances are nice. The action is great. It's beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. The inlays are very nice. It's just a really nice piece. Price point on these guys, these are about 235 bucks, or a little, give or take a little bit, on Blade HQ, and then MSRP is 260. So 235 on Blade HQ and about 260 retail MSRP on you know, Benchmade's website. So if you're interested in this review, if you're interested in this knife after this review, go ahead and check one out. They're really nice, and yeah, you won't be disappointed. So go check one of these bad boys out if you're interested, and y'all have a good one. Have a blessed day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.